10% longer? Yeah. Okay, great. Make sure you do your cardio. And there's, like I said, there's different ways to do it. I think that's a pretty good template to do that.
I feel like so many people don't understand the effect that exercise has on mental health and on belonging and on resilience, and that it's so profound. I mean, you said it's what our genes expect from us, that when we move on a regular basis, when we are active, we are able to access the parts of our human nature that help us thrive and that literally produce joy and allow us to experience joy and meaning. It sensitizes your brain to pleasure. There's like nothing you can do that actually changes the structure and function of your reward system the way that exercise seems to do it, and that it teaches your brain to expect things to be pleasurable, and it enhances your brain's capacity to enjoy everything from good food and a beautiful sunset to interactions with your kids or with your friends to anything that we find pleasurable. It actually, it amps up your reward system. It makes it more robust and responsive. Like endorphins work better, endocannabinoids work better. And like I said, I literally never seen anything in the research that has that effect on the brain other than deep brain stimulation, where you literally have to surgically implant an electrode into your reward system and wear like a pacemaker for your brain. And that, it's one of the cutting edge treatments for depression. And it may also help people recover from addiction, because addiction can really mess with your reward system. But like other than implanting an electrode in your brain and literally giving your reward system an electric shock continuously to try to wake it up, exercise seems to be the only thing that does this. And think about like what that means for your well-being. If everything that feels good feels better. And it does the opposite too, right? So it makes your brain more resilient to stress. Exercise is such a powerful antidepressant. So it works on both levels. And I feel like people have a better understanding of that side of it. At least they've heard, that exercise can be an antidepressant, or that it can enhance antidepressant medication and therapy. But I feel like this idea that exercise actually makes you better at enjoying things is the thing that people really haven't heard yet. I think this is the most fascinating research. I mean, so I'm interested in all psychology, all neuroscience, and this is I think the most interesting finding of the last decade in all of science. And this is the insight that your muscles are basically an endocrine organ that secrete hormones into your bloodstream that affect every system of your body. And from a health point of view, your muscles will secrete hormones and other proteins that are good, that fight cancer cells and that are good for your heart health. The things that we know, typical why exercise is good for your health. But your muscles, they secrete chemicals and proteins when you exercise that are also really good for your brain health. And one of the first papers, almost 10 years ago, that was published explaining that when you contract your muscles, they literally secrete these proteins into your bloodstream that make you resilient to stress and can protect you from depression. The scientists called them hope molecules. This idea that literally your muscles are manufacturing like antidepressant molecules, and the only way to get them into your bloodstream, where they can then travel to your brain, is you have to contract your muscles. Like that's it. But your muscles it's like a pharmacy in your muscles, and anything you do that contracts them, walking, hiking, running, dancing, weightlifting, like swimming, anything, you are going to be dumping hope molecules into your bloodstream that when they get to your brain, they work as an antidepressant, and they also help people recover from trauma. Like that's like a miracle. And because of course it's wonderful when medications work for you, but for so many people, medications don't work, or they don't do the full job in terms of helping with mental health. And the idea that your muscles could provide you with the equivalent of something like an antidepressant medication, like that is just, I think it's phenomenal.
One of the ways I've been able to change my state and change my emotions is how I move my body. The quickest fix for me on changing my emotions is to change my physiology, is to work out, is to walk, is to make love, is to laugh. These are things that quickly change my emotions because the same physiology is required in all of them. So I know you're an expert on this as well, but this is why your show matters so much to me, because it's very difficult if you're not moving your body and using it in an elegant and beautiful way to the best of your ability, that you can generate the emotions on a regular basis that you want. Stagnation and a lack of health makes it very difficult to feel bliss and peace when you're not moving your body. So when people ask me, so what's the change agent for you emotionally? Move my body. I'll take a walk, I'll take a run, I'll do a workout, I'll do jumping jacks in my office if I have to, but I'm going to change my physiology that oftentimes changes my emotions and my state.
Have you noticed in the last 10 years, an increase in people who are high performers in business really taking their health more seriously?
Yes, and this sounds funny. I actually take 1/1,000,000th of 1% of credit for that, because way back